What is going on, guys? It's ThePowerBauer 2 here, and I don't know about you, but I was kind of a big deal back in high school. I played 3 varsity sports, so I was so cool. Just look at this. I was so good. Nobody is better than me. Oh.
Oh, Mario sports games, the best way to take a regular old sport to the extreme. I personally own several of these exclusive sports games, including Mario Tennis, Mario Superstar Baseball, Super Mario Strikers, Super Mario Strikers Charged, Mario Super Sluggers, and Mario Tennis Aces. All of these games have their positives and their negatives, so let's start at the beginning and see how these games have evolved over the years. Of my collection, the first game to come out was Mario Tennis for the Nintendo 64. The Nintendo 64. Such simpler times. This actually wasn't the first Mario Tennis game to come out, as there was one released for the Virtual Boy called Mario's Tennis. But I was born in 1997 and the Virtual Boy is literal garbage, so I have never played the original. Mario Tennis on the Nintendo 64 was one of the most basic Mario sports games, which makes sense as it was one of the first to come out. The game has very basic controls, with pressing A allowing you to hit a topspin shot and pressing B allowing you to hit a slice. Lobs are done with pressing A and then B, while a drop shot is pressing B and then A. And finally, a simple straight shot is pressing both of them at the same time. It's actually pretty in-depth for only using 2 buttons. There are 3 main cups that are available to compete in. As is Mario tradition, these cups are the Mushroom, Flower, and Star Cups, each being played on a different surface. Each tournament gets more difficult. The Mushroom Cup provides a nice introduction to the game to get you used to the controls, and the Star Cup gives a good, nice challenge to really prove your ability. Even though this game is very basic, it does have a few special modes. The Ring Shot Challenge invites players to compete in several contests to see how many rings they can collect in various matches of skill. It works like a tiebreaker and actually is pretty fun. And secondly, we have the Bowser stage. This is the only stage that allows power-ups, and it makes it much more chaotic. The stage tilts back and forth with item boxes over the net to give the players items to use against each other. The items are a nod to the Mario Kart series, and I always loved playing this mode.
This mode can get pretty damn chaotic, but this was only the beginning of how crazy these Mario sports games can become.
On the GameCube, the first Mario sports game to come out was Mario Superstar Baseball in 2005. This was the first ever Mario baseball game, and it had a lot more to the game than Nintendo 64's Mario Tennis. There was a wide variety of characters in this game, many more than Mario Tennis contained. Obviously, there's an exhibition mode which allows you to play against your friends or the computer if you have no friends. One of the biggest additions that this game has is Star Skill. These skills can be used either while pitching or batting, and although any character can use the Star Skill, the team captains have their own unique and stronger Star Skills. Now, Superstar Baseball was the first Mario sports game to include a sort of quote-unquote story mode. It is referred to as Challenge Mode, and I believe it is the real selling point of this game. You begin by selecting one of 5 captains, being Mario, Peach, Donkey Kong, Wario, or Yoshi. You walk around the Mushroom Kingdom and play minigames to earn coins, which you can then spend at the shop to buy power-ups. The goal of this mode is to beat every other captain so you can add them to your team. You can even earn scout flags by completing certain scout missions, which are then used to recruit opponent team members to your own team. Once you defeat the other 4 captains, you can access the final area, Bowser's Castle. Here you, obviously, face Bowser, and once you defeat him, Challenge Mode is completed. Challenge Mode has 4 difficulties, being Mushroom, Flower, Star, and Special. And once you complete Special Mode, you can play as Bowser in Challenge Mode. And this is by far the best way to play this mode. While playing as Bowser, you need to defeat the 5 other captains from before, and the final game is playing against all the other captains from the game, and it is just so hype.
Honestly, this is one of the better Mario sports games, especially for its time. Unfortunately, nobody really ever talks about this game because there was another game that came out about 4 months after it which really set off the Mario sports universe. That game was arguably the greatest Mario sports game of all time. Of course, I am talking about Super Mario Strikers.
Super Mario Strikers, known as Mario Smash Football in Europe and Australia, was released for the GameCube at the very end of 2005. This was the game that really made Mario sports games more popular with its wacky and hectic gameplay. I know so many people who hate watching soccer but love playing this game. The game has 5-on-5 gameplay, with each team being comprised of a captain, 3 sidekicks, and Critter as a goalkeeper. Each character even has their own unique stats and playstyle, so you need to decide which character suits you the best. Now, this game may look like normal soccer, but oh boy is it not. You can legitimately hit other players. Yes, you can body check other players into an electric fence which shocks them. If only real soccer was like this. There are many items that you can obtain in this game when you are hit because the game tries to help whoever is getting beat up the most, which is a pretty good balance. Unless both sides are getting hit and then there are a million items on the field and it is ridiculous. The games can get ridiculous because of these items and I love it. One of the main aspects of the game is that every captain can perform a super strike, and if you time it correctly, the shot will count for 2 goals. And if you want, you can turn all of this off and you can just play regular soccer, but why would you do that? I don't think anyone has ever bought this game and gone, oh I can turn the items off? There are many different tournaments to compete in this game. There are the normal cups, and once you complete all 4, you can compete in the super cups. There's even an unlockable team in the super team when you complete the Bowser Cup. This team is so overpowered because each player counts as a team captain, so any of them can perform a super strike. Plus, this game has a plethora of trophies that you can obtain, anywhere from scoring super strikes to just beating the living out of your opponents. It always feels so satisfying when you unlock a new trophy, and it really enhanced my enjoyment of this game. The popularity of this game directly led to more and more Mario sports games being created and more extreme gameplay. The Nintendo Wii allowed for much more in terms of gameplay with the addition of motion controls, and it really was a revelation for gaming as a whole. And of course, Mario sports games followed suit. Mario Super Sluggers was the sequel to Mario Superstar Baseball, and I definitely played this game more than Superstar Baseball when I was growing up. The Wii allowed you to actually swing the Wii remote as a bat and while pitching. You can just kind of move your wrists a little bit and that will work, but why would you do that when you can truly experience the game by standing up and full-on swinging? This game added a lot of new characters and was actually the last game that King K. Rool was playable in, until this December when I can finally main his fat ass in Smash Bros. Challenge mode from Superstar Baseball returns in this game as well, but it is turned to the extreme. First off, there are cutscenes. My God, there are cutscenes! The story is much longer and you have to complete many more tasks in each captain's park to recruit new team members. This is because Bowser Jr. and his minions attack the island and wreak havoc, so you, as Mario, need to recruit players from across the island to take him down. Once Bowser Jr. is defeated, night falls on Baseball Kingdom. Yes, that's the actual name of the island. And Bowser's Castle appears, and he once again is the final game. You defeat him and some more cutscenes play, and the credits roll. There are even several mini-games that you can play, each of which is based on different ballparks on the island. Honestly, I never really played these too much because I was much more into playing the actual games, but it's still cool that they are here, and they can even save you records so you can show them off, unless you have no friends.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You can even play as your Miis. Oh man, is this the best!
Super Mario Sluggers is definitely a game that deserves to be checked out, but sadly it didn't receive as much popularity or fame as I think it probably should have, because just as this game is a sequel for Superstar Baseball, another game that came out for the GameCube also received a sequel, and I'm pretty sure you know what that game is.
Super Mario Strikers Charged. This game? Oh man, this game! This may be the epitome and height of Mario sports games going to the absolute extreme. I guess I see how this game got its everyone 10 and up rating. Strikers Charged took everything amazing from the original Mario Strikers and added to and enhanced all of it. Did you want more captains? You got it! Did you want a more expanded story mode? You got it! Did you want to have to use motion controls to hit your opponents? Probably not, but you got it! The road to the Striker Cup is so much better than just the regular tournaments that they had in the first Mario Strikers. You have to face each of your opponents twice and finish in the final 2 to advance to the elimination round, and if you win that, you can face the champion of the cup, which ends up being an unlockable character. The Fire Cup has Bowser Jr., the Crystal Cup has Diddy Kong, and the Striker Cup has Petey Piranha. Weird choice, but I love it! This game also had what is known as Striker Challenges. This is pretty similar to the mission modes in Mario Kart DS, actually. They provide many little different challenges, and they can actually get pretty difficult. You really need to be good to complete them all. This game even allowed for online matches through Nintendo Wi-Fi. You can't use it anymore, and it didn't even work that well in the first place, but hey, at least they tried. Each character, including sidekicks, has much more in-depth stats and playstyles, and you can even choose different sidekicks for your team to give you much more freedom to fill your team to your liking. Each captain has their own special item, which ranges anywhere from Mario growing huge to Wario farting all over the field. Oh yeah! And of course, the Super Strike was replaced with the Mega Strike. It is similar to the Super Strike, but if you time it right, you can get up to 6 shots on goal, which the opponent has to use the Wii motion controls to save them. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. This is a big improvement from the regular old Super Strike, especially because holy sh**, Mario is a demon.
This was arguably the greatest and the peak of all Mario sports games, and it definitely began to take a dip in quality after this game was released, especially with Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, but we're not going to get into that pile of today. But earlier this year, we received another Mario Tennis game in Mario Tennis Aces, so let's see if it can revive the Mario Sports franchise.
So Mario Tennis Aces It's a game alright. Nintendo had a lot of guts to make another Mario Tennis game after the massive backlash from Ultra Smash. This game is better than Ultra Smash, although that's not saying much, but hey, let's give it a chance. I mean, we can play as Mario, Luigi, Peach, Wario, and Chain Chomp!
Okay, this game is amazing.
The gameplay is very intricate, and it really takes some time to get good at the game. There are zone shots, special shots, and so much more. Although some characters are completely broken, this game is so much fun, and rallies can take minutes if both teams are good enough. The main draw to this game is that you can compete in online tournaments against players from all over the world. You can compete in either standard or simple play, which is just regular tennis, but who plays Mario Tennis for regular tennis? The online is pretty good too. I haven't ever had too much lag, and my experiences have just been pretty good all around. Especially because you can decline a match in a tournament if you see bad connection, or if they're just using Bowser Jr. The game also tries to put a story in the game with the adventure mode. It's a fun mode with a lot of missions and matches, but it's really just there to introduce the player to how the game works and teach them the controls. It's not the best story mode, but hey, at least they gave us something. Mario Tennis Aces even allows you to obtain new characters just by competing in an online tournament just once per month, so they are showing that they're going to stay up to date with this game and not let it fall into the graveyard. Mario Tennis Aces isn't the best Mario sports game when you compare it to the best of the best, but when it comes to Mario Tennis games, it definitely has the best gameplay mechanics of all of them. And I mean, it has Chain Chomp. Automatically the best.
Mario sports games have gotten pretty damn ridiculous over the years, and they have just left realism back in the 90s. And with Mario Tennis Aces this year, there's no reason to be scared about these games anymore though. This really has revived the franchise. We don't need to be scared about anything. What the hell is going on here?